Hello everyone! Today we are wandering in Eden, and more specifically inside the rainforest in Eden. Well, the Eden project in Cornwall. This is part 4 of the Eden wanderings. So if you've not seen the previous 3, I would recommend you to go and check them out because they're very beautiful. We are at the bottom of a couple of massive banana trees. And we will be continuing to explore how a rainforest looks like. I've said it before, so for those of you who've seen the previous parts, please don't get bored of hearing it. This is the largest captive rainforest in the world. And it is very, very, very nicely put together. They have even a river and a waterfall and all sorts of things going on here. So let's continue. But before we go on higher up, I'll show you a picture of the beginning of the works here. This used to be a massive clay pit, and they have turned it into a little paradise for plants. This dusty looking plant is called the miracle fruit. And it does loads of things, and I'm just gonna shift into the description so you can read it. There. Just press pause and read. We are under a tamarind tree now. A very useful tree and much loved. I love the leaves. We are shifting onto a section which is focusing on plants and crops from West Africa. Well, let's see what we could find in a crop shop. Bush mango. My very favorite thing, cocoa. Some, I'm not sure how you said it, jangasa, I'm not quite sure. Safu, country onions, some bebe, and the kola nut. Cool. It's a little path. This is so cool. Look, when you're completely surrounded by vegetation that completely envelops you, you feel like so very small. Obviously it's nice and fun here and safe. I'm not sure how I would feel about it in real life, but I would definitely give it a go. Trotting to a rainforest. Not sure what this ginormous beauty is. Tom, 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 tom. Goes up and up and up and some more and some more and some more. Cool. We just saw in that stall the baby, which is the African nutmeg. And this is the tree it comes from. There's no fruit on it now. It's got gorgeous leaves. And there's my favorite, the cacao tree, or shrub, or I'm not sure. I think they're called trees. And the purpley beauty. Let's look at it a bit more up close. Flowers look like they have a furry exterior. Look. And the little plantain tree. If you've not tried fried plantain yet, I recommend that you do. It's delicious. I keep finding things that have no labels. So sadly, I don't know what they are. They just look really interesting. They are part of this tall, thin plant. And this one is a spiral ginger plant. It's got flowers and visitors. And there's one that's not opened yet. It looks pretty. Beautiful leaves. Just gonna spin around and show you. We're gonna go up to that walkway, and I'm sure we'll have an amazing view. We'll see more of the top of the trees, or some of them, because some of them are way taller than that bridge. Found something else that's interesting. Look at this fruit. It's bright orange, and you just really wanna pick them. I don't know what they are. They belong to this plant, which looks like a weird corn stem thingy, but obviously it's not corn. Look, there's more at the end of this one. Now this tree is called the sausage tree. It's got a really funny name, but it is because of the sausage-like fruit. that it has. There's none on it at the moment. And it says that it's sacred to many communities, and various parts of the tree are used to treat a range of illnesses, and the fruits are brewed as a popular beer, so it's used for lots of things. And it doesn't belong to it, but I just saw these beauties. Look at that. And something else hiding under there. Look at those colors. And the shape. So beautiful. Tum tum tum. Where are you? Oops. And some little visitors. Let's see you. Unopened and opened. Beautiful, striking color. And on this one, there's some fruit on top of it. So many interesting and beautiful things. I feel like I need 100 eyes, many arms, and many cameras to be able to capture everything that I want. And ta-da! Look at them beauties. And some different ones. Gorgeous. So, we are getting closer. We are almost, well, there's one more little bit to walk to the Rainforest Canopy Walkway. So let's go do that. Of course, there's things to see. Look at them. It looks like a little spiky ball. Very, very pretty. I'm lost in you. We've seen these before, but those ones were more bluish, I think. And these ones are more purplish. Or I'm starting to hallucinate. I don't know anymore. Okay, this one has some really funky fruit. Let's look at it. Closed and open. And there's a few young papaya trees. There's fruit in them. One is ripening. And what are you? Cool. I think it's a tamarind, but a different sort. If you would see me, I'm stretching all over the place. Just to try and reach things. Okay, I found some small papayas closer. And the treetop walkway begins. And there are palm trees, banana trees rather. There's fruit and flower and fruit that is already ripening. Okay, just a quick whiz from here so you can see the structure of the biome. They're all hexagonal pieces, hive-like thingy. It's very cleverly engineered, that's for sure, the whole thing. Look, they've chopped down a banana tree there, and there's fruits as well. And more papayas. That one has loads. Not quite sure what you can see because it's in the shade, but there is at least like 50 fruit on it going around. Now these ones are overripe and rotting. There's a very strong smell. And I'm sure you can see that there's a lot of insect activity. There's flies, gazillions of ants and other creatures that have came for the feast. And let's look at more trees from above. This is so cool. And baby bananas. And when you stand next to them, now you can understand why the leaves can be so useful for loads of things. Look at the size of it. It's one leaf, the length of it. I can estimate that it's easily 2 meters long, if not more. That's just the bit without the stem. You were down there at that little shop some minutes ago. Let's continue. Wow. You can see something in the distance with big red flowers. Beautiful. And this is the kola nut tree. Again, we saw the fruits down there. They're rich with caffeine, so they like munching on them as an energy boost. Finally, there's a breeze, because in the last hour and a half I've been pretty much suffocating. Plus, we have to wear a mask, so I'm having a facial, a steam bath, without going to the spa. There's a little arty installation above us. Probably highlighting all the different insects that live in these trees and plants, and I don't know, all sorts of other things. Can't actually see it really well because of the light. Just so you have an idea of how tall this place is. Look, you can see the folk down there. Okay, I made sure the zoom is not on. And we are maybe halfway up. And then it continues. Ta-ta-da. Look at that. It's really, really tall. There's 2 swing bridges up here. I'm gonna go through them. There's one there and one on the other side. But I want to see those yellow flowers first, so we are going that way. Pretty things. I think we've seen them already downstairs, but there were not this many. Look, it's full of them all over the wall. Lovely. Here we go. Wiggle woggle. I shall need my hands. Ah! This is cool. Considering how high we are, not everybody goes through this one. Look, I'll just show you. Let's look down. Maybe this way. Oh, wait a little bit. Again, childhood memories. But it used to be over a bridge. Well, no. It used to be a swing row bridge over a river. I think that the heat and everything is getting to my brain. Well, that was cool. And the best part was that I managed to get on it when there was no one else in front of me. So beautiful. I would love to stay here a lot, but honestly I can't wait to get a breath of fresh air and cool. More of those blue beauties further down. And this tree, whatever it is, it's got a lot of new shoots coming out. Look. So much going on just one tree. It's amazing. Did you know that rainforests are also called weather makers? They are pretty cool. Because of their structure, they can do all sorts of things, including moving the air, reflecting the sun, makers of rain, water sweaters, carbon catchers, and flood defenders. And that was just not all clever me, but they have written this thing up on the side, so ta-da, there you go. But it's like, you know all these things, but seeing them all put together, it makes you be even more amazed, because you realize what an important part they play and how much we need them and how much we should not destroy them. So, yep. Wake up, humans, before it's too late. This is a beautiful big leaf, the size of a very big plate. But I just like the veins, the roads on it. Look at that. And if we could look at it under a microscope, I'm pretty sure we would be even more amazed. If you can hear a buzzing sort of sound, that's because we are getting close to the waterfall. Yes, there is a waterfall inside here. Let's go see it. But not before we look at this thing. It's beautiful. And here we are. Well, this is the upper part of the waterfall, because there was one further down as well. Look. Oh, that feels nice. We needed some fresh air, and even the little water particles just make me feel really good now, because it's been so hot and stuffy. It's up to 35 degrees, so I don't really like that. Lovely. That felt so good. and ferns. Looks like the sun has come out outside, because when I was queuing to come in, the rain just stopped not long before that. It was quite horrid. They're very large. Pretty. There's some paintings on the walls here. The spirit of Shrik Shanago. Don't know. And there was another one here. The origin of ayahuasca and chauna. I'm not quite sure. The writing is not very clear. And some more. This is a spiritual purification. Something. And there is one more there. The spirit of Coletta de Gavilan. And the spirit woman of Ayo Sasha. And this one is called the birth of the spirit. And the dance of the spirits. And that one is the dance of the leaves. Very nice. And that is the spirit woman of the toe. And another one called the spiritual birth. And the spirit woman. And this one is called Paradise Lost, Paradise Found. And the last one the spirit of the grandfather trees. Okay, we are starting the descent from the treetop walkway. And look, I just spotted something there. I think it's a bromelia thingy. Beautiful. That's a trumpet tree. And some other things growing on it. I think we are in a section now where it's the plants of the Amazonian rainforest. Anyway, this is getting a bit long. So what I'm gonna do is end this part here. Let's just look at this one as well. There's tons of things growing on one tree. Anyway, I really hoped you enjoyed this trip through Eden's rainforest. I surely did, other than the heat, the moisture, the sweating. But it's gorgeous, it's fascinating, and I will continue as we go down. There's loads of other things to be seen, so next part is coming up. Keep an eye out for it. Have a lovely day, everyone, and cheerio.